All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the hopeful elect that's pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I'm getting to a lesson. I'm naming it Seek and Ye Shall Find. Because if you seek the Lord, then you're going to find him, man. If you seek wisdom, then you're going to find it, which in turn is the Lord, you know. We sometimes ask the Lord to reveal things to us and to give us stuff, but just asking, you actually got to seek it though. You actually have to seek it out. You got to put in the work for you to get it. The scriptures say wisdom trieth you. So with that, I'm gonna just get straight into the lesson. Lord's will. It's not so long, but I'm gonna go in the spirit with it. See how far it takes me. I'm gonna start from Matthew 7. This is Matthew 7, verse 8. I'm gonna start from 7. It says, "Ask and it shall be given you; seek and ye shall find; knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be open." See? So until him that knocketh it shall be open. Or if you ask it shall be given, seek and you shall find, and it shall be opened unto you. So you have to ask, then you're gonna receive. But just asking doesn't mean that's the end all be all. You have to seek it, and then you're gonna find it. And then it says what? And to him that knocketh it shall be open, right? And that makes you think about, Revelation, the chapter of Revelation where your house shall knocking, right? So let me get this. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6, verse 12. It says, "Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her." See, back to that. It says, "She preventeth them that desire her, and making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors." So, hey man, you seeking out wisdom, it's gonna find you first, man. But you actually have to be the one seeking. It's gonna find you first because it's seeking you. How about Shem Shah seeking you, man? If you are righteous, man, that's why you gotta be seeking it first. Hey, because I'll just say with myself. Before I came into the truth, I was actually looking at the things going on in the world, sighing and crying, and then I was seeking out things. I was trying to search for knowledge, man, searching for what is the purpose of things. But then it came to me. The truth found me. So, that's my understanding of that scripture. I'm going to read that again. It says, "Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors." See? So you got to actually first seek it, but then it's going to be at your doorstep. And with that being said, let me get the one in Revelation. This is Revelation 3, verse 20. It says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me." See? So that's Yahweh Shah speaking, man. That's in red letter. So behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. So, his sheep hear his voice. You hear a lot of different things, what they call wisdom, but that's not true wisdom. But when you hear Yahweh Shai actual voice, the truth speaking unto you, and you start to follow him, he gonna sup with you, man, and you with him. You see? So you're going to start to grow. You're going to be nourished, man, in the truth. You know? Just like wisdom. Wisdom got to try you first. That way you're going to be able to grow, man. You know? And hey, Yahweh Shai is wisdom. He is wisdom, man. You know, he is the word. He is the truth, man. Which I'm going to get that real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 1 verse 24. Now I'm gonna start from verse 22. It says, for Shalakia. All right, I'm gonna start from verse 21. It says, for after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God. It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So the world knew not wisdom, man. You know, the wisdom of this world and the wisdom of the Most High is totally separate, man. You know, it says, for the Jews require a sign and the Greeks seek after wisdom. But we preach Hamashiach crucified unto the Jews a stumbling block and unto the Greeks foolishness. Because, you know, the Jews, which represented, you know, the circumcision back then, they seeketh after a sign, man. You know, they ain't had a spiritual discernment, you know, to know that was the Lord, you know, majority of them. And then in the Greeks, you know, they seeketh after wisdom, but that wasn't the wisdom of the Lord. You know, like I said, it's many things in here, in the world that they call wisdom. But what is the correct wisdom? What is the correct knowledge, man? All knowledge ain't good knowledge. All knowledge ain't true. You know? Verse 24. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Hamashiach, the power of the Most High, and the wisdom of God. And the wisdom of the Most High. So Yahweh Shai is the power of the Most High and the wisdom of the Most High. You know? Let me jump down to verse 30. It says, but of him are ye in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. See? So Yahweh Shai is that wisdom, man. He is going to find you. He's going to be the one at your doors, man. But you got to first seek him first, man. You know? Let me get a couple of those scriptures, man. Can't really tell. This is Proverbs 2, verse 3. It says, yeah, if thou criest after knowledge and lifteth up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh and find the knowledge of the Most High. See? So you have to actually first cry for her, man. You know, you got to be seeking that wisdom, man. Your soul got to really desire that, man. You know? Because you see the people that's like 2/3, you know, in that spirit, they not seeking after anything. They not seeking after truth. Even the ones that's all these other Israel camps, man. They not actually in this thing for truth's sake. So you see that they lack the fear of the Lord. You know? This is Proverbs 8, verse 17. It says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. See, you got to seek the Lord early, man. Which we just did the video, you know. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. And now is the appointed time. Or now is the accepted time. You know, so you gotta seek the Lord early, because it's gonna be a time when you're not gonna be able to seek him no more. When it's gonna be a famine of the word, man. Right now the truth is out there. You know? Let me get back. Let me see. This is James 1 1 and 5, it says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. See? So, hey, the scriptures say if you lack wisdom, you got to ask the Heavenly Father for that, man. But you got to ask in faith, knowing that he will give it to you. You see? Hey, because if you don't do it in faith, man, that all them other doctrines, man, and you got to believe once you get it that it's the truth. But all them other doctrines and stuff, they going to uproot you, man. You see? Let me get the Apocrypha. This is Sirach. Okay. This is Sirach 6 verse 26. It says, come unto her with thy whole heart. This speaking about wisdom. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. So when you get hold of this, once you know you got the truth, don't let it go, man. You know? You got to hold on to this thing until the end, man. No matter what, different doctrines try to pop up, man. You seen last year around the Passover, which is going to be coming up soon. Last year around the Passover, people fell out over the flat earth, man, seeking out things too high for them, man. You know? You got to stick to the basics, man. Right. Let me get, excuse me. This is Matthew 5. Verse 6. It says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. See? So you got to hunger and thirst after righteousness, man, for this truth. In this earth, everything is, especially, you believe you're the elect, everything, especially before you came to the truth, everything wasn't right, man, for you, man. And you had to seek out what is the reason of these things. You got to hunger and thirst for righteousness, man. Your soul was dry, man. Scripture say you drink this water, you should never drink, never thirst again, man. So you got to desire that satisfaction, man. Once we got it, you got to remember how it felt and stay in that. You don't want to be, without understanding in this world no more, man. You got to continually seek the Lord. All right. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 29 and 11. It says, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye search for me with your whole heart. So you gonna find the Lord when you seek and search for him with your whole heart, man. Jake out here not searching for the Most High with their whole heart. They whole heart, they mind is set on their dreams, man. They so-called dreams, them delusions, man. Or anything but this truth. So when you find yourself veering away from that, man, hey, the scripture said, when you find it, hold it tight, man. Don't let it go. But you're going to find the Lord when you seek for him with your whole heart, man. You're gonna find the truth, but you gotta ask, and then you gotta search, man. You gotta seek. You know? It's a labor. Yeah. This is Isaiah 58, verse 2. It says, yet they seek. Hey, because this is what the righteous would do. It says, yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching the Most High. You know, and that's the men that's doing this work, man. Because if you read the first verse, it say, cry aloud and spare not. So that's the characteristics of the 1/3. The elect, they seek me daily and delight to know my ways, as a nation that forsook not the Most High. You know, we look to the Most High for justice, man. You know, we look to the Most High Yahweh Shah for everything, all our desires, man. You know, I'm gonna jump down to verse 8. It says, then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of Yahweh shall be thy reward. Reward. Which that word says rear guard, man. You know? It says, then shalt thou call, and Yahweh shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity, see, you got to put that away. And if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shalt thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And Yahweh shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought. So you're going to satisfy our soul in drought, man. And make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a water garden, and like a spring of water whose waters fail not. And they shall be and they that shall be of thee shall build up the old waste places, and thou shalt rise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. So that's what we seeking, man. We want to be those men. We want to be a part of that, man. You know? And it all starts with right now, man. You seek the Lord, man, with your whole heart. You know, because that's what he said, man. You know? Hey, that's when he's going to start to heal us, man. Which we're in that healing process. Those of us that seeking the Lord daily. Second Chronicles 6, verse 38. It says, if they return, yes, I'm starting from verse 36. If they sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them over before their enemies, and they carry them away captives until a land far off or near. And I just want to say this. I was listening to, I forget the song, but it was from Nipsey Hussle. And he says, too late to turn to Christ when you living in this life. You know? Hey, it's not too late. You know, which his name ain't Christ, but it's not too late, man. It's not too late to turn to the Lord and seek him. Because it says, is no man that sinneth not. Verse 37, it says, yet if they bethink themselves in the land whither they are carried captive, and turn and pray unto thee in the land of their captivity, saying, we have sinned, we have done amiss, and we have dealt wickedly. See, in the land of our captivity. And if you acknowledge your faults, man, it says, if they return to thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their captivity, whither they are carried, whither they have carried them captives, and pray toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, and toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house which I have built for my name, then hear thou from the heavens, even from the dwelling place, their prayer and their supplications, and maintain their cause, and forgive thy people which have sinned against thee. So that's when the Lord gonna forgive us, man, or forgive you when you acknowledge your sins, man. You know, but you got to seek the Heavenly Father with your whole heart and soul, as the scripture said. You know, Deuteronomy 29. You know, and this is all throughout the scriptures, man. That's all the Heavenly Father desire of us, man. You gotta follow the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth, man. You know, that's what this thing is about. Deuteronomy 29, verse 26. I think that's it. Let me see. Nah, I don't think that's it. Might be in the wrong chapter, but let me see if it was 28. Well, yeah, that's not the right scripture. But it talks about seeking the Lord, you know. Then, but if thou from thence thou shalt seek the Lord, thou shalt find him, man. You know, after you've gone amiss. You know, just roughly paraphrasing that again. You know. All right. I'm about to, I don't want it to go too long. I'm going to close in a second. You know, but this is Isaiah 45, verse 19. It says, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, Yahweh, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. So, hey, the Heavenly Father haven't told you to seek him in vain, man. You know, if you seek him, you will be rewarded, man. He gonna find you and give you this wisdom, man. Because that's wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. That's why you gotta seek it more than money, man, more than gold. Because that's the real value. You know, he have not said in secret because he got his men out there, man. He got his men preaching on the streets and on the YouTube, on the unicorn, you know, on the internet. You know, just you Google certain things, you gonna run into the truth, man. You know? This is Amos 5, verse 4. It says, for thus saith Yahweh unto the house of Israel, seek ye me, and ye shall live. But seek not Bethel, nor enter into Gilgal, and pass not into Beersheba, for Gilgal shall surely go into captivity, and Bethel shall come into naught. Seek Yahweh, and ye shall live, lest he break out like a fire in the house of Joseph, and devour it, and there be none to quench it. See? So you gotta seek Yahweh, man. You seeking any other thing, it's gonna come to naught, man. Seek the Lord, and ye shall live, man. Hey, before the evil days come, man. I'm telling you. Give a couple more and I'm going to close. This is Psalms 32. Psalms 32, verse 5, it says, I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto Yahweh, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Salah. For this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. See? So if you what it say? For if you pray unto the Heavenly Father in the time when he mayest be found, that the flood's not going to come to you, man. And we know that the day of the Lord is going to be like the times of Noah, man, which is going to be that flood of missiles, man, of fire, man, you know. So I'm going to close on this. This is Baruch 4, verse 28. Well, I'm going to start from verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, or the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. See? So, hey, being returned to the Heavenly Father, you have to seek him 10 times more. You know, we have been stripped of our nationality. We have been stripped of all, the truth, man. We've been stripped, of our heritage. And that was all for a reason, so you can seek the Heavenly Father 10 times more, man. You got to seek him in spirit and in truth. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Hopefully it reaches, a brother, anybody, hopeful elect, until the next episode, it was just on my mind. Just wanted to get that out there. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect that's pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Endure, and hey, let her not go, man. Don't let this wisdom go. That I want to say shalom.